Well, see if I can get a few popping in here. See what we can do. Get a few popping in here and then we'll start chatting if we can. Well, there's somebody jumping in here. Well, there we go. There we got a couple popping in. I don't know who it is, but try to see right quick. I guess you see my headlines on this. I actually had to have a driver sent for testing today for that COVID-19. Hey, Tim, how are you doing? Yeah, I hopefully it won't be a positive outcome. I mean, hopefully it'll be negative, I guess you'll say, on the outcome. But we will see. I don't know. Hey, Chris, how are you? Yeah, I had to send one of my drivers to be tested for that COVID-19. The driver had been on vac. Let me change this a little bit here. The driver had been on vacation. The driver had been on vacation and came back and wasn't feeling good this week. So talked to the doctor and everything. They said come be tested. So the driver was tested today. I had to put my sub driver driving today, and which is my mechanic, one of my mechanics. And we didn't put anybody in that truck in case they say that the virus can live for 72 hours on plastic and everything else. So I'm trying to be proactive. The driver cleaned down everything yesterday afternoon after it was a she after she got back on her trip, and we'll see. But I'm not going to put anybody else in that particular tractor for the next 72 hours because I don't want to take a chance of somebody else getting sick. So you don't know. You don't know on these things. This stuff's spreading. They just did a yeah. Well, I was going to buy some trucks the other day. I can't even buy trucks because the DMV is shut down up here. So if I get trucks, I can't get titles for them. So there's no use on me trying to pay a month's payment, and I can't even get a title for the truck yet. So I'm in tough shape in that. Uh, yeah, yeah. We'll see how all this shakes out. It's they have just put in place the stay in place order in our county. They did it in Mecklenburg County, which is the adjoining county where Charlotte is, just the other day, and now they've extended it over into our county because the amount of cases has doubled overnight. It wasn't that many. I mean, I think they had 5, and it went up to about 11, but of confirmed cases. So we're we're fighting it just like everybody else, and you know, to me, I don't know how bad it is. But I don't think there's been any deaths in North Carolina. There's been a lot of confirmed cases, but Copart's going to do your title work, are they? Or are they going to be able to send it off to the state and everything? Because that's my problem. I mean, I can't get the titles sent off to the state of North Carolina to get title work done. I mean, the dealer could do part of it, but that's about it. Yeah, I hope she just has the flu also. Uh, I'm not a doctor, but I think a lot of people are worried, probably uh, too much. I don't know. I mean, if I was sick and I was deathly sick, I guess I would go too. But as it stands right now, I think a lot of people. I mean, it's a panic situation right now. We've got people that you know. Of course, I guess they're concerned for their health and everything too, and everybody should be. But when one person gets something, that then I don't know. It just seems to it's ballooning right now, snowballing. Yeah. Well, you got to do what you got to do. What you got to do. I don't know how much. This stay in place order. I don't know exactly what all who all's going to police that. I mean, everybody's going to be out. I guess if they're out and about, they're allowed to get out and go get groceries and drugs and whatever. So I don't know. I guess if they got groceries in their car, they can't say anything to them about it. So that's part of it right there. I don't know what it changes really. And of course, ours is listed as an essential business. Oh, excuse me, not getting enough sleep. Uh, Ours is listed as an essential business. Hey Jim, how are you? So we're one that can stay open, and really they want to stay open. Yeah, they want. Hey Ponca, how are you? Yeah, they want the auto parts to stay open in case somebody needs something. And so we're listed as I've got letters from everything saying that I'm an essential business. But there's it's going to be a 3 week shutdown of our county, and I just don't know how much that's going to affect things. Hey Greg, how are you? So it's getting tougher as it goes across the United States, and more of the populace is getting sick with it. Uh, it's different. It's different than anything I've ever experienced in my lifetime. And like I said, I'll be 69 this year in just a couple of months, and it is really wreaking havoc on stuff. Oh, you had to be tested, Greg? Yeah. Thank goodness my health has been pretty good, but I don't know. Oh, my volume is low. Let me see if I can turn that up. I'm sorry. I'm on my new iPad Pro. Let me. Is that any better? That's my volume. I don't know if that helps or not. Is the volume okay now? I don't know how. Let me see if I can adjust the. I don't know if I can adjust the volume on this thing or not. It's like I said, it's an iPad Pro. I actually don't know where the microphone is on it. I may have the microphone covered up. I had it sitting down there. Is the volume any better now, guys? Like I said, I'm working. Can you hear me better now? Okay, I'm all right. Like I said, I'm working off of a new setup here. I'm working off of a new iPad Pro. I just got it. Sounds good to you, Jim? Okay. I don't know what. I could have been covering up the microphone because I don't even know where the microphone is on this particular mechanism. I just got it propped up here. I don't even have a case for it yet. I got the case coming in tomorrow that will hold it. Okay, well maybe it is if everybody else is hearing me pretty good. It worked good yesterday. I used it yesterday on a broadcast, and I thought I'd use it again today. The camera looks pretty good on this end. I hope it looks good on y'all's end. I don't know. Give me a thumbs up or tell me or whatever. I don't really know how it looks. I mean, sounds. Sounds okay. I mean, okay, Tim. Yeah, Jim. Okay. Greg looks good. Okay. Well, I mean, you got to accept what you're looking at now. Yeah, it looks good to a certain point. Yeah, I've got to kind of figure out what the sweet spot is on how far to stay away from things, and how, what, what to do. I know one thing. I sure can. I always look in the mirror and I think I got a lot more hair than I got. And I get on this video, and it tells me the volume's nothing to write home about. Well, I can talk loud. I may want to put an external mic on it. If I had one, let's see. Now this one won't. I don't have. I may try that next time. Use a dongle and use an external mic, because this has got a whole different setup. It's got a USB-C on it as opposed to the FireWire, or not FireWire. What do they call that? Anyway, the way the Apple used to be, they've joined the rest of them with USB-C. Hey Ralph, how are you doing? Yeah, I'll speak up so most guys can hear me. I'm sorry that the volume was a little bit low, and like I said, I don't think. Let me see if I can go in here into the settings. Let me minimize a little bit here, guys. I'm in here. Okay, I'm live. It says, let me. Okay, let me. I would imagine it's got it. Okay, here's the settings. Let me go into the. Did it pause? I don't know. It jumped back. Did it pause at all a while ago? I don't know. I went to the settings. I don't know how it's supposed to be able to multitask. Can everybody hear me okay now? Can everybody hear me? I see them dropping off, so I may have killed off part of my video here. Chris or any of you guys, are y'all still in there? I'm not seeing it. Okay, you're okay. Tim, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Did it fall off for a few minutes there when I went to the settings? I don't know if it did the video go away for a second? Okay, it's a little bit better. Okay. All right, I'll try to. All right. All right, I'm getting a few thumbs up there about some stuff, but yeah, while I'm experimenting with I'm the old high-tech redneck out here trying to experiment with new pieces of equipment and making sure I can get on good and all that sort of stuff. And the thing about the iPad, I don't know exactly where the camera's positioned. I see myself. I guess I'm gonna just try to judge it and everything, but I'm trying to read the stuff too. I'll try to get a better focus on how to do this iPad. But it's the new iPad Pro, and I like it a lot. Like I said, it's got a lot of nice features to it and everything. A lot better than my other iPad that I've got. So it's hopefully it will be a pretty good setup. I've upgraded. Now, if you guys have got Apple products, if you got iPhones and iPads and everything, they upgraded the software today since this came out yesterday. The new iPad. It shipped and was received yesterday, so they upgraded the software, and then they upgraded the software along with that. So it's got the 13.4, which has got a bunch of new features, so you can use a mouse with it and everything else. I haven't gotten a mouse yet, but using a mouse, if you've got a keyboard and everything with your iPad, it'll make it more like a full-fledged mouse and everything. So it's got some good features and everything. So, hopefully it'll help out. All my guys are getting loud and talking out there. I've got a couple of my guys that just come in. So if you hear some background noise, I'm over here in the office and kind of got it blocked off, but I got a bunch of guys talking in the background back there, talking and laughing and having a good time. And I've had to give out some of those papers and everything. Well, there's Herb. There's one of my guys. He came in to get his official paper so he can drive tomorrow without getting stopped. Yeah, it's a crazy situation what we got out here right now. Being able to, see everything go back and forth and back and forth. I hope everybody out there is able to survive. Is everybody still working, or how are things going out there, guys? I haven't heard too much. I know Ponca got hurt, didn't you? Didn't you get hurt the other day, Ponca? Are you out of work? If you're still in here, and of course Chris works for himself, so I know he's working. He's got to keep working for himself. You're still retired, are you, Tim? Well, if you're retired, then you don't have as much to worry. You don't have as much to worry about. I actually haven't retired yet. Yeah, I've not retired yet. I'm actually waiting until next year when I turn 70. I'm gonna retire. Uh, oh, you were in the office. Oh, you're back on the truck now, are you? Okay. Yeah, I'm. Well, let's just say I'm gonna pull my retirement out with the Social Security and everything. I'll be 70 then. I can get my maximum, and I haven't needed to get. I didn't need to get it at six. I actually I fell in a provision which they don't have it anymore, but they did up to a certain level. I'm actually able to pull half of my wife's. I work off of half of hers. So when she turned 66, not me, but when she turned 66, I was able to get half of her salary, not half of her benefit. I mean, uh, as a benefit for me, and it didn't even affect me. So I was able to get a decent. I think it's 12. I got $1,200 off of hers, and then when I'm able to turn 70, then mine jumps from $1,200 up to right at 3 grand, I think. So it's worth the that for me. Well, see, after I'm retired. See, I've waited to full retirement. You can make as much money as you want. So there's no. I don't. I mean, basically, I'm just pulling in my Social Security at that point. I mean, I'm not really having to quit or change anything, and that's the way I wanted to be. I mean, I didn't want to say, I'm gonna have to change this out and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah. I think that there's no telling what they're gonna do with uh, all this stuff. It's really scary. As long as I don't get rid of my Diet Mountain Dew, I guess I'm all right. If I can still get me some Diet Mountain Dew, and I got a black cherry yogurt that I like, and don't get rid of Duke's mayonnaise. I like Duke's mayonnaise on my sandwiches. I'm gonna try to straighten this up just a little bit. Let me. I was looked like I was laying down in a chair too much. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna long as I keep my Mountain Dew and a couple other things in place, I'll be okay. I'm not I'm not one for wanting to restrict too much of my movement and everything else. So I'm gonna try to continue on as normal, and hopefully everybody else will be able to also. I want to get the I like to see us get rid of some of this stuff and things start tapering off. You're a Coca-Cola addict, Jim. Yeah, I used to drink a local drink around here. We used to have I mean, they still have it. I just don't drink it because it's tougher than Mountain Dew as far as caffeine. They used to have one called, or still have one called Sundrop, and it is loaded up with caffeine, and it'll it's something. So I I used to drink a lot of those, and I was having this has been back when I was in my 40s probably, and my brother-in-law was a doctor, and I was getting sort of nervous jitters and everything. He said you're spiked up on caffeine. He said you need to get rid of those drinks. So I cut back a good bit, but now I still drink. Like I said, I drink way too many Mountain Dews. But those Sun Drops, they were putting the pounds on me, and they were pumping the caffeine in me too. I gained a bunch of weight just drinking sun drops way back. And so that's what you do. That's what you get into. What's been going on with y'all guys? I know with this corona has been taken. It's been kind of yeah, yeah. I understand that disorder, and I'll do. Yeah, that's sort of like the seafood diet. You see food, you'll eat it, won't you? Uh, yeah. What's been going on with y'all guys out there? Is anything interesting going on? Yeah, it's like I said, the tough situation with everything right now. It's just it's hard to comprehend uh, what's going on. I know Tim and some of the rest of the guys, the retired guys, they understand it because y'all are older like me too, and it's tough to see this, and it's going to be tough on the young people. Uh, of course, I'm older, and I'm almost ready to completely retire one day. I guess I don't know, but it's tough to see this happening to the market, and tough to seeing this happening to the economy. And I hope everybody will get behind the president and help him do the right thing. I know we got a lot of naysayers out there, and now's the time to let. They got South Carolina was doing something too. They're going to shut down everything if we don't watch it. But if we get into shutting down everything, we're going to be in tough shape. Yeah, I guarantee you, Punk. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, all the deliveries and trash and everything, making your job harder, isn't it? And so it's tough. It's really tough when and some of the services and everything like that. I do like that. It'll get tougher and tougher out here. So it is what it is, I guess, on that in that respect. But I'm hoping everybody else is doing fine out there. I hope the guys that I kind of get like a friendship with everybody out there. I hadn't seen everybody personally. I've seen a few, chatted with a few, talked with a few on the phone and everything else, and so the ones that I do see, and just the ones I'm regular chatters and everything with us, it's like a little small family, and I hope there's nothing going on with anybody out there. You just want to complain. Yeah. Well, I just we it's easy to complain, and I try not to be too much of a complainer. I've got a lot on my table a lot of times. I mean, I do a lot of things and try to stay busy and try to you know enjoy life. I mean, that's me, and I hate to see things that kind of pulls things down. And this particular thing is really uh, I I don't know if it a lot of times when we have tragedy like 9/11 and a few other things, it kind of pulls the country together. This one is weird because nobody wants the country to be pulled together because we've been so divisive over the past few years with President Trump that there's so many people that are really calloused about even helping him in any way. And I saw some of the news media outlets that said, "Well, we're going to quit carrying his live reports because he's getting better in the polls," and they don't like that. And it's not he's not doing anything. He's not saying anything political at all in there. He's just trying to cover things. So it's yeah, the media is a problem. The media is a huge problem in my opinion, and it has really fractured the country in a lot of ways. The news media uh, is really fracturing uh, the outlook of way people are looking, and I don't like that. I wish we could go back to the Walter Cronkite days when he read the news, he gave us our information, we could formulate our own ideas about things, and then that was it. Yeah, it's strange world out there. I mean, you've got too many people that have their own agenda, and they could care less about you. They act like they're doing the greater good for humanity, but in reality, the only humanity that they're worried about is their reelection and getting back in there. And it's sort of crazy. I was watching a Joe Rogan's podcast a couple of months ago, and he was talking about Nancy Pelosi, and he lives in California. He's a liberal and everything else, but he was talking with people, and he says, how in the world does that lady? She only makes $200,000 a year. Now, a little bit more maybe as Speaker of the House now, but not that much more. How did she amass $190 million? I mean, had she saved every penny and hadn't saved a single penny, to spend a single penny during that time frame, that would come nowhere near $190 million. I mean, say if she's been in the House of Representatives, let's just do a calculator right quick. See, she's been in there 30 years in the House of Representatives, and let's see, she makes $200,000 a year, and we don't take out any taxes or anything, and just rough. That is $6 million. That's $6 million over a 30-year period. Okay, and then if you multiply that out times 30%, which it probably that would be 1.8. So you would take that away from the 6 million, and that would leave her with 4.2 million, and then she's got to live off of it. How does that happen? How do you turn 4.2 million into 190 million? Strange situation, isn't it, guys? Strange. Yeah. Yep, it's the perks, inside trading that they get away with. Even our senator in North Carolina, he got information about the coronavirus, and he sold off his stocks and sold off several $1 million worth of stock, and he's been berated right now with that now, Senator Burr, and they'll probably kick him out of the Senate before it's over with, after all this other stuff dies down. But they use information that they get first and take advantage of it. Information that if you and I mean, heck, they put poor old Martha Stewart in prison because she did some trades, and it wasn't anything major at all. But they wanted to make an example of her. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off here because I'm getting kind of busy at the store here, so I better watch my store while I'm at it. And I'll get up with y'all guys, and I'll try to figure out this microphone thing. See if I can get a little bit better audio. I'll check out the replay and everything too. And we'll go from there. So y'all take care, and I'll catch you later.